What's going on, everyone? Jason here, and I'm back with another video today. It's been a while since I have done a video like this, but I'm going to be going over again some items that have sold recently for me because I haven't been sharing this information with you all recently for no other reason than just I haven't done it. But before we get into that, I do want to go over a couple things. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Jason and I'm a full-time eBay reseller. And actually, I should start adjusting that intro because I've been doing quite a bit of different things lately to get on different platforms. I'm going to be talking about that later, but I'm now no longer just on eBay. I'm on other platforms, so I should start changing that to just saying I'm a full-time reseller. But anyways, I do want to talk about a couple of different updates. Recently in a video, I posted about these Bridgestone golf visors. You may have seen me pick these up for $1 each. I got 47 of them, and I was just ecstatic to find these, knowing that they were going to go for decent money once they sold. Well, I've got an update for you. I've started posting those, and in the last 2 weeks they've been selling, and already I've sold 8 different visors on different platforms for a total of $162.63. And if you remember from that video, I only paid $47 total. So I've already made quite some profit, and I've got 39 visors left to sell for really good money. So that has turned out to be quite a great start to this summer, just finding those visors. Well, I alluded to it before, but I've started cross-posting onto other platforms as a way to make more sales. Now, if you've been following me at all, you know that I've been mentioning this. I've been cross-posting since March on Facebook and already have made almost $3 grand in sales just on Facebook alone. So I've been taking all of my eBay listings and trying to get them onto other platforms slowly and surely. And it's not a fun process. It does take some time, but I've been able to get up about 400 of my 1,500 items onto Facebook. But recently, I've actually started using a software called Vendoo to cross-post all of my eBay listings onto other platforms. So I've been putting more onto Facebook, but I've also been branching out into Poshmark, Grailed, Mercari, and even Depop. So I've got 4 other platforms other than Facebook and eBay that I've started posting onto, and it's paid off already. I decided I'd go ahead and try a trial. Vendoo gives you a free trial if you sign up where you can cross-post 5 different listings. After trying Vendoo's 5 listings, although I didn't sell anything, I just went ahead and decided that I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a month subscription, get 600 listings, and start putting stuff up. And I justified it by the cost. It was only $60 to get 600 listings and a bunch of different features added on. If I could make 2 or 3 sales on cross-posting, then I would have already paid off that month's subscription. So on a Sunday night, I went ahead and subscribed and I started posting all these things, and I was able to get up about 30 items. And of those 30 items, I had 3 sales right away within an hour or 2 of listing those onto Facebook, Mercari, or Poshmark. In that one night cross-posting, I had already gotten the sales to make up for the price that I had spent to get the Vendoo membership. So I'm going to talk about Vendoo later. I may even do some videos on how to get started with Vendoo if you're interested. I'll go ahead and drop a link below. If you want to sign up for Vendoo, you can click the link and it will take you through, and you can sign up. You can even pay less than $60. I think they have an option that's like $12 to $15 if you just want to kind of dabble. And like I said, you can even just do the trial version, get 5 cross postings and see what you think of it. But it's super easy, very intuitive, and I was able to get rolling and going on this rather quickly. Another milestone I just hit last week was I made a sale on 4 different platforms in one day. So eBay, Facebook, Poshmark, and Mercari all made a sale for me one day. It's never happened to me before, so it was kind of exciting when that happened. So let's talk numbers just a sec on this cross-posting, because how much of a lift has it made for me? So already I've cross-posted over 225 items onto 4 other platforms, and just by doing that, I've increased my sales by 12%. Now keep in mind that I just started this probably 2 weeks ago. And the fun thing is I'm learning about each of these platforms. They're all different. I'm a newbie truly when it comes to Grailed, Depop, Mercari, and some of these other ones. So I'm trying to build up my feedback. I'm trying to get acquainted with how things work so that hopefully people will not be as deterred to buy from me as a new seller. But things have been going well so far. And then one other thing I wanted to mention before I go ahead and get into what sold video is another thing I've done to increase sales. Now, if you've been following me for any time, you probably know that I've been selling through eBay's global shipping program internationally. But recently I started shipping directly international orders through Pirate Ship, and this has been huge as well. It's resulted in a 7% lift in sales. I've made 7 sales that have resulted in $300 to these different international buyers. Now, for a long time, I was not going to do anything outside of the global shipping program because I was intimidated by setting this up. But once I got started, it was really easy and the shipping is super simple. I'm not sure why I didn't do this sooner. The main reason why I chose to set up international direct shipping is because I can charge the buyer a little less money on shipping than eBay does and save them some money and hopefully bring in a few more buyers than would come in through eBay's global shipping program. Since I turned on direct international shipping, I have not had a global shipping program sale. So I can see that buyers are attracted to the direct shipping. The customs is easy to take care of. It's literally just printing something and sticking it to the package, and that's it. But for right now, thanks for tuning into this video, and let's talk about a few items that have sold recently. All right, first up, we've got, in no particular order, we've got these Hoka 11 Bondi 6 running shoes. Hoka's on Bondi 7 right now, so these aren't that old, and they were in great condition. You can see a little wear on the soles there, and I always take a picture of the very bottom of the sole so that people can see exactly what the condition is. These still had some tread left in them, but I was able to get $55 including shipping on these Hoka Bondi 6 running shoes, and something I would have picked up for around 10 bucks. This next item up I don't find very often. It's the FootJoy with Titleist. I love FootJoy. Whenever you can find the Titleist logo on the shirt somewhere, it usually is going to bring in a lot more money. And I ended up getting the best offer of $35 for this shirt, including shipping, because of that Titleist logo. It brought up the value by about $10 to $12. Had it not been on the shirt, the Titleist logo, I would have made $22 to $25 on this one. And this is just an excellent shirt. It's even a size medium, which was obviously smaller, still sold for really good money. Keep in mind, I'm showing you all of my eBay sales first, and then I'll get to some of the other platforms where I've been selling a few items. I've handpicked a few at the very end that I'll show you here in just a second. This next piece was a really unique item that I picked up for $4 or $5, and it was brand new with tags. Rum Reggae is a great brand. Usually make like really colorful, bright patterns, Hawaiian style shirts. And you can see the pattern on this says Buck Knives, and it was brand new with tags. Here's another picture of the front of the shirt without the tag in front, but just a great shirt in general. This shirt went for a total of $35 with shipping on this, and 5 into 35 is a great flip. Next up, speaking of great patterns, here's another great pattern shirt. It was almost brand new, Alaskan Hard Gear. If you've never heard of that brand before, it's made by Duluth. If you go into a Duluth store, you'll see this brand there as well. Many times when I do Alaskan Hard Gear, I will put Duluth in the title. I'm not sure if I did that. Yeah, I did that here on this one. Duluth Alaskan Hard Gear outdoor shirt. It was men's 2XL, and it had this really like topographical map pattern on it. I knew it was going to go for really good money. This shirt brand new in the store would be 40 to 50 bucks, if not more. I got a full price of $38 on this not long after listing it. These next two items I'm going to show you I picked up at the same place. I actually got 3. 2 of them have sold. I'm waiting on the last one to sell. But Burberry Brit is a great brand. I hardly ever find them. I've talked about them in the past, but this first one I sold for a best offer of $44 with shipping. These were polos that I picked up for $4 each. Got 3 of them. First one went for $44, and here's the other one right behind it. Went for the same price, but this was an international sale that I was telling you about that I shipped directly to the buyer. So I sold that for the $40 before shipping and made some really decent money on a Burberry polo. And this one even had a flaw on it that I mentioned in the listing here. You can see up in the description, I said small hole on the underside of the sleeve. So good news, it was on the underside. It wasn't going to be seen, and it could even easily be sewn up so that that's not even there anymore. So glad to make this sale. Moving on to the next. Here's a brand I've never found in the wild before. This goes back to my high school days, college days, when I had a couple of items. They're outdoor items from this brand, Moonstone. And you can see right there in the sleeve, looks like the eclipse of the moon with the M there. And that's what the logo looks like. I don't know if I would suggest picking up everything from them, but this heavy sweater fleece I knew was going to go for really good money because it was in great condition and it's a heavier outdoor item. So Moonstone, not known as well, but it did sell for full price here, $32.79 plus $8 shipping, which I was kind of shocked by. Honestly, when it sold, I was expecting to get offers in the 20s for this, and it ended up just selling. Show you one more picture of the back there. You can see the logo on the back of the neck. I love when these outdoor companies do their logos like on the sleeves, on the back of the neck, just all over. You definitely want to feature that if you're selling an item like this that has the logo on it. Even if it's just a small, little discreet logo on the side or on the chest, people want that on their clothing. They want to show off the brand most of the time. So that's something that's great to include in a photo if you can find it somewhere. Next up is a great brand that I have only picked up a handful of items, Billy Reed. And I'll show you the tag. That's what the brand logo looks like right there. Billy Reed, I'm not sure where the brand originates from, but from polos to button downs and button ups, I've sold probably half a dozen items and they always go quick. I had a couple of these polos. This is one of them that sold rather fast for full price, $29.84 plus shipping. And again, I'm paying like $4 for a polo. It's going into $35 on a Billy Reed. And that's something that I'm noticing even on the button ups as well. They go for around $30 to $35 if they're in great condition, good size. All right, I'm pretty partial to this next sale because it's in my home state. It's the mascot of the team where I went to school, University of Arkansas Razorbacks, go Hogs. I picked this up for a few bucks I'm not sure actually where I picked it up. I don't remember, but I was debating keeping it just because I was thinking I could obviously rock this on a game day, but I knew I could get really good money for it. The brand on this was Cheetah, and there's a picture of the tag. You can tell that's a vintage tag. Cheetah does have some other items out there from like athletic shorts that I think actually go for decent money, but the graphic on this one, and the fact that it was an old sweatshirt is what sold it. This sold really fast for $35 all in. Next up, I love finding these Timbuk2 messenger bags, and that's the logo right there, that little swirly embroidered logo. You can see it even had like a stain on the front, and there was somewhere on the bottom, which doesn't really matter on the bottom because no one's going to see it, but it had a little stain there as well. But this still sold for $25 plus shipping, so I got almost $40 all in on this. These Timbuk2 bags, if you go into the store and buy them brand new, you're looking at $60, $70, $80, possibly even more for a brand new bag. So someone can pick this up for $25 plus shipping and be on their way. Here is an item that I picked up at Nordstrom Rack, and I don't normally do a lot of shopping at Nordstrom Rack. One, because we don't have one here, but we went to Denver and I picked up like a handful of items there. This was on the clearance rack and it was marked for $17. You've heard me talk about this brand before in the past, but Spider, there's the logo, obviously a Black Widow spider on the front. I didn't see any like visible defects or anything or why they priced it so low, but I listed this new with tags and it sold for $58 plus shipping. So a $17 item I purchased that goes for $68 total. Spider's a great brand, great outdoor brand. A lot of times people are looking for ski gear and this is what they're looking for, things like this. So this is a great outdoor item, outerwear piece. All right, moving along. This is probably the biggest sale in this video that I'm telling you about. I got the full price of $80.86 on this, plus shipping of $25, so just a little over $100 total for this 16-piece set of dinnerware. And I'm gonna butcher the name, but Savoir Vivre Luscious. I'm sure I didn't do justice to that name, but this is a really unique pattern. You can see I listed only one dinner plate and one saucer has an imperfection, and then I showed that. Not sure where it was, but there it was. One of the plates had like a chip on the bottom side, and then one plate had like a very thin chip or hairline crack on the rim, which I'm definitely gonna show in the pictures and in the description. So in the description, especially when I'm selling like dinnerware sets or things that come with multiple items, I very thoroughly and descriptively lay out what comes included in the buy so that no one can get the purchase and then say, hey, this was misleading or anything. So you can see I've got set includes 5 dinner plates, 5 saucers, and 6 bowls. And then obviously that helps spell it out. And speaking of like dinnerware and dishes, here's another set of mugs that I sold. I actually picked up 12 of these for $2, or actually, yeah, 12, that's right. 12 for $2 a piece, so I paid $24 total on this. I don't know why I have to do the math out loud. For some reason, I just think I've got to go ahead and verbally tell you what the all-in price is. Most people can do 12 times 2. That's a simple one, right? But anyways, the brand on this is Rego, I think is how you pronounce it, or Rego. and it looks just like that. And what I've noticed is diner is a keyword that people use on this, or restaurant, diner, coffee mug. So not sure if the person who bought this owns a restaurant or if they were just getting this for themselves at home for their personal use. But I had 12 of them. You can see I've done lots of 4, and I've got 2 more still available. And I actually got $40 total on this, on something that I paid for these for $8. And I guess we have a theme, a streak of dishes here all in a row. This Highmark Buona San Remo or Remo, really cool graphic bowl. This was a large bowl. You can see 12 inches across in diameter. So it's like a serving bowl you'd put pasta in, or salad that you'd put on the plate in the middle and everyone would use to grab their food out of. And then the bottom of this looks like that. I don't think you can see Highmark honestly anywhere there, but I just basically Googled this right here, Buona San Remo Italia pasta bowl, and Highmark came up. So this was a Highmark branded bowl that didn't necessarily say Highmark, so that's how I found that out and was able to put that in the title here. This actually sold full price, something I paid $6 for at Salvation Army, and it sold full price for $48.32. This was a great piece. I wrapped this up really well. I've been getting a little more particular in the way that I've been shipping these items lately to make sure I'm not getting broken items in the mail, which I have had happen recently. I had a shipment arrive damaged, so I'm trying to be more careful with the way I package to make sure that that doesn't happen. All right, so that was the last of the eBay items I'm gonna show you today. I've got a few Facebook items, starting with this one that went out this morning. I picked up these Nike Kobe Nemesis basketball shoes. I knew they were Kobe based on the logo, and see if I can find it for you. I guess I didn't get a picture of it, but it was on the tongue right here. It had the Mamba graphic. But I saw that and realized these are Kobe's, and obviously Kobe was a player that still has a lot of interest and a lot of people wanting to get his stuff. These were going honestly for $50 and up. I paid $12 for these. I got home and I realized they had a flaw. They were missing the Nike check on one side. You can see right here. So here's the outside. You should have that big Nike check like this one does, and it doesn't. You can kind of see a little bit of an outline where it has rubbed off. And so I listed that in the description that it was obviously flawed. You can see I've got here in the title, flaws. So these sold for $40 plus shipping on Facebook. I ended up making about $20 to $25 profit because it sold on Facebook and not eBay. Had that sold on eBay, I would have made like 15 to 18 bucks. All right, next up, check out this beauty, this Wrangler tassel shirt. I honestly thought this was made like this as like just a random unique piece. I definitely bought it because you're not gonna find a shirt like that where it's got the Wrangler Western shirt and then it's got the tassels. And I looked at it and it was actually super glued on. So this was a handmade item. That person had just bought a Wrangler shirt, looked like it hadn't even been worn, and they had super glued the tassels on. And so I listed this. Even in the description, I said shirt doesn't look like it's been worn, does have tassels super glued on. So this is an item where someone knows that a Wrangler shirt was bought and then fixed up later. It's still sold for full price of $29 plus shipping on Facebook. I'll show you a few more pictures just so you can see the entirety of this. This was just a beautiful piece, even had the tassels on the back. And then my last Facebook item to show you today was this Polo Ralph Lauren, really beautiful color patterned shirt. You can see just really colorful, men's XL, and I got $35 plus shipping on Facebook for this shirt. I've been trying to figure out what items are selling on Facebook. Honestly, I don't think I'm experienced enough to know exactly right now, but this item sold, and I think because of the colors and the size is the reason why it went. Here's a Poshmark sale I made recently. So I'm looking at my spreadsheet here. I've made 4 Poshmark sales in the last week and a half. I've made 4 mercari, and this was one of my Poshmark sales. So we've got this shirt right here that's been sitting on eBay for a few months. I paid $4 for it, and this is a brand that I have mentioned many times, Peter Millar Summer Comfort. There's the logo right there, Peter Millar Summer Comfort. It was brand new with tags. You can see the tag hanging there, and it was an Arkansas Razorback embroidered shirt. I sold it for $75 on Poshmark. So very excited to see that go. 75 bucks from a $4 purchase at Goodwill. And this was on a rack that I almost just walked right by, didn't look at just because it was a bunch of t-shirts. I'm glad I stopped. And then the last item I want to show you today is my first Mercari sale. This was the first sale I had when I started cross-posting onto other platforms. And this was another Polo Ralph Lauren. You can see, well, you can't really see it there because of the sole, but Polo Ralph Lauren Clayton underneath. And this was a really unique, like pineapple Hawaiian type shirt, lightweight, rayon, and it went for the full price. Even though I accept offers, the buyer paid $40 for this. And one thing I've been noticing with these other sites like Poshmark, like Mercari, they tell you how much you're gonna make after it sells, where with eBay, they don't really tell you. You don't really know. So it's kind of just like, how much did I make after you make the sale? What were your like fees? It's still confusing to me on eBay, but these other platforms are really, I think, forerunners for showing how you can just simplify fees and make it really easy for the person to understand, the seller to understand how much things will cost once it sells. So I got 40 bucks for this. Again, another Polo Ralph Lauren piece. The reason why it sold quickly and for that much money was how unique it was. Well, those are some of my recent sales in the last couple of weeks on multiple platforms. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of slightly varied what sold video on items that are selling not just on eBay, but Facebook, Mercari, Poshmark, and in the future, I'll have some more platforms to show you as well. If you do me a favor and like this video, I appreciate it. And as always, if you'd like more videos like this where I show you the inside scoop of my reselling business, why not subscribe today? Click the bell and you'll be notified when a video drops, and I'm putting videos out every week now. If you have any questions at all, please hit me up in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great week reselling. We'll catch you on the next video. See ya.